Hello guys, welcome to Kamala Sir's English classes. Dear guys, in English some letters are silent in a word. They give rise to difficulty both in pronunciation and you say spelling. In this class, I want to give you some important tricks which will be very useful to you to eradicate this problem. So it is my request, please watch this video from beginning to end without skipping any portion of the video and try to understand and remember the tricks closely associated with them. Right? Let's start the discussion now. You look at the board and listen to me mindfully so that these rules will be very easier for you to remember. Okay? Point number one. Point number one says G always remains silent if it is followed by N. G always remains silent if it is followed by N. Or in other words, we can say when N comes after G, G remains silent. For example, nut. Nut, its pronunciation is not gnat. Nut. This is no. This is gnosis. This is Noki. This is sign. N, G, N comes after G. So G is silent. Here rain means rule. N comes after G. That's why G is silent. Benign means kind. Here N comes after G. So G is silent. Foreign, etc. Here N comes after G. So G is silent. Point number one says G always remains silent if it is followed by N. Then we shall go for point number two. What it says? K always remains silent if it is followed by N. K always remains silent if it is followed by N. Or K remains silent if N comes after it. For example, knock. Here N comes after K or K is followed by N. So K is silent. Night. Here K is followed by N. So K is silent. No. Here K is followed by N. So K is silent. Knife. Here K is silent. Not means look like. Here K is silent. Then knock. K is followed by N. So here K is silent. Knit. Knit means wave. Here K is followed by N. That's why K is silent. Nab. Here K is followed by N. So K is silent. Knuckle. Here N comes after K. That's why K is silent. Knowledge. K is followed by N. That's why K is silent, etc. So the point number two says K always remains silent if it is followed by N. Then we shall go for point number three. P always remains silent if it is followed by either S or T or you say N. Once again, P always remains silent if it is followed by either S or T or N. For example, some. Some, P is followed by S. That's why P is silent. Psycho. P is followed by S. That's why P is silent. Toman. T is followed by T. That's why P is silent. Toman means an Italian food. Ptosis. Here P is followed by T. That's why P is silent. Pneumonia. P is followed by N. It's a disease. So P is silent here, etc. So the point number three says when P P always remains silent if it is followed by either S or T or N. Then we shall go for point number 4. W always remains silent if it is followed by two letters, that is R or N. W remains silent if it is followed by either N or R. For example, down. You look at the board. Down. W is followed by N. That's why W is silent. Fun. Here W is followed by N. That's why W is silent. Right. Here W is followed by R. That's why W is silent. Similarly, wrap means cover. W is followed by R. That's why W is here silent. Wrist. This is wrist. Wrist means wrist is W is followed by R. That's why here W is silent. Wrestle. Here W is followed by R. That's why W is silent. Wrinkle. Here W is followed by R. That's why W is silent. Raised. Here W is followed by R. That's why W is silent. Rung. W is silent. Ring. W is silent. Wraith. Here W is followed by R. That's why W is silent. And wrangler. Wrangler means a cowboy. Here W is followed by R. That's why W is silent. Then we shall go for point number 5. U always remains silent when it comes after what? Q. U always remains silent when it comes after Q. I mean, when Q is followed by U, U remains silent. For example, quality. Here, Q is followed by U or U comes after Q. That's why U is silent. Here, quality, U is silent. Quantum, here Q is silent because it is followed by Q or comes after Q. And a queen, here U comes after Q. That's why U is silent. And quill, here U comes after Q or Q is followed by U. That's why U is silent. Quack, it is a sound of duck. Q is followed by U. That's why U is silent here. Quit, here Q is followed by U or U comes after Q. That's why U is silent. Quick, here U comes after Q. That's why U is silent. Q, quiet. 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 Here Q is followed by U or U comes after Q. That's why U is silent. Quiet. Here Q is followed by U or U comes after Q. That's why U is silent. So these are the rules where some letters remain silent in some words. Dear guys, it is better you pause this video and write it down in your copy so that it will be very helpful for you. Once again, I am summing up from point 1 to 5. You listen. G always remains silent if it is followed by N. Number 2 point, K always remains silent if it is followed by what? N. Point number 3, P always remains silent if it is followed by either S or T or N. Point number 4, W always remains silent if it is followed by R or N. And point number 5, U always remains silent when it comes after Q. Okay, you have to remember this, and it is my advice. It is advice to you all the guys. Please take it down your copy, a notebook, so that it will be very helpful in future. Okay. Now we shall go for point number 6. What does point number 6 say? D always remains silent when it comes before G. The combination will be like this. D will remain silent when it comes before G. For example, bridge. Here D remains silent because it comes before G. D is silent here. Judge, same is the case. D is silent here. Ledger, here D is silent because D is silent when it comes before G. Lodge, here lodge, L-O-D-G-E, lodge. Okay, here D is silent. Sledge, here D is silent. Hedge, here D is silent. Edge, D is silent. Ledge, here D is silent. Knowledge, here D is silent. This one says D always remains silent when it comes before G. Then we shall go for point number 7. Look at the board. N always silent when it comes after M. N, M, N. This combination. N remains silent when it comes after M. Okay? For example, column. Here N is silent because N comes after M. Atom, not ottoman. So here N is silent. Condemn, not condemn. Condemn, N is silent here. Hymn, N is silent here. Similarly, solemn, N is silent here. Damn, not damn. Here N is silent. Okay. Then we shall go for point number 8. What does point number 8 say? L remains silent when it is followed by either D or K or M or F. For example, the combination of will be like this: LD, LK, LM, LF. For example, would, could, should, LD, 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 L is followed by D, L is followed by D, L is followed by D. So here L remains silent. Similarly, walk, talk, fuck, chalk. Here L is followed by K. L is followed by K, L is followed by K in all the cases. So L is silent here in these words. Then L is come, palm, sam. Here you look at these 3 words. It is followed by M. L is followed by M. So L is silent here. Palm, come, palm, sam. Hup, cup, etc. Here you look at the board. L is followed by F in both the cases. So L is here silent. Okay. Now we shall deduce conclusion that according to the rule 8, point number 8, L remains silent when it is followed by either D or you say K or M or F. But there is some words which are bearing exception to this rule. That do not come under the jurisdiction of this principle or this doctrine or this rule. What are they? Those words are bold, cold, old, sold, molt, wolf, bald, shoulder, boulder, etc. Here L is pronounced. This we have to remember these words, which are in which cases they are pronounced and which cases they are not pronounced. Now we shall go for point number 9. T remains silent if it is followed by CH. Okay. T remains silent if it is followed by CH. For example, watch. T is followed by CH. That's why T is silent here. Then patch. T is followed by CH. So T is silent here. Pitch. T is followed by CH. So T is silent here. Smash. T is silent. Scratch. T is silent. Satchel. T is followed by CS. That's why T is silent here. Similarly, kitchen, T is silent here. Each, T is followed by CS. So T is silent here. Catch, T is silent here. Hatch, T is silent here. Butcher, T is followed by CH here, so T is silent here. Which? T is followed by CH, so T is silent here. Match. T is followed by CH, so T is silent here. Okay, dear guys, from point number 6 to 9, it is my advice you take it down your copy so that it will be very helpful for you. First, you pause the video and write the rules and memorize it so far it is possible on your part. Okay? Point number 10. This point says, when a word ends with ten, T-E-N, 10, T is silent or T remains silent. For example, listen. 10 at the end, 10 is there, so T is silent there. Not listen, it is listen. It will be pronounced like listen. It is not often, often, because 10 it ends with the tips 10. Fasten, not fasten. Fasten, T is silent here. Soften, not soften. T is silent here. So, dear guys, you remember when a word ends with T, when ends with 10, T remains silent. Mark it. Then now we shall go for point number 11. GH remains silent when followed by T. In a word, if GH is there and it is followed by T, means if T comes after them, then GH remains silent. Look at the board and mark. Fight, F-I-G-S-T. So, GH is followed by T, so GH is silent here. Daughter, T is followed, GH is followed by T, that's why GH is silent here. Night, same is the case. Bright, same is the case. Height, same is the case. Wet, same is the case. Drought, GH is followed by T, that's why here GH is silent. Okay. Then now we shall go for point number 12. H remains silent if it comes after R. H remains silent if it comes after the very letter R. For example, rhyme, R-H-Y-M-E. Here H is silent. Rhythm, here H is silent. Rhetorical, here H is silent. Rhinoceros, here H is silent. Rheumatic, it's a disease. Here H is silent. Rhetor, here H is silent. Renis, it is a wine in Italy. So here H is silent. So this point says H remains silent if it comes after what? After the very letter R. Now we shall go for point number 13. When B comes after M, B remains silent. What is this point says? What is this point? Is when B comes after the letter M, B remains silent. For example, crumb. B is not pronounced here. Crumb, not crumb. Bum, not bum. Come, tum, dumb, limb, numb, thumb, lamb, etc. But one thing you have to remember, if it ends like this, MB, ends with MB, B will not be pronounced. If any suffix will be added to this word after B, then B will be pronounced. For example, you say come, but if we add ing, suffix ing, then B will be pronounced combing, combing. Then you say crumb, bombing, etc. B will be pronounced. Right? Then go for point number 14. B remains silent if it is followed by T. B always remains silent if it is followed by T. I mean, if T comes after B, then which letter will remain silent? B will remain silent. For example, doubt, D-O-U-B-T. Which is silent letter here? B is silent. Doubt, not doubt. Debt, not debt. Here, T is silent. So, dear guys, you write down these rules in your copy and practice at home. Okay? Dear guys, there are some other words which contain some letters, they are silent. I have given those frequently used words on the board. Please look at the board and listen to my explanation. They are adjective, D is silent here. Adverb, D is silent here. Handkerchief, D is silent here. Honest, not honest, H is silent here. Handsome, D is silent here. Wednesday, D is silent here. Hour, H is silent here. Cupboard, P is silent here. Honorarium, H is silent here. Bustle, T is silent here. Rustle, T is silent here. Hustle, T is silent here. Castle, T is silent here. Whistle, T is silent here. Justle, not justle, T is silent here. Nestle, T is silent here. Island, not Island, S is silent here. Isles, S is silent here. Islet, S is silent here. Duck, I is silent here. Burden, I is silent here. Coat, I is silent here. Farm, I is silent here. Hut, R is silent here. Buck, R is silent here. Stalwart, R is silent here. Om, R is silent here. Odi, R is silent here. So these are the words frequently used in our day-to-day life where some letters are silent. Dear guys, please take it down in your copy and practice so that you can use it properly. You can pronounce these words in a correct way. Okay? I think this video is very helpful. Dear guys, if you think this video is helpful to you, please don't forget to like, share and comment. And those who are watching my channel for the first time, it is my request, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe my channel, press the bell icon and subscribe my channel so that whenever I upload new videos, you will get immediate information. Thank you for watching my channel. All the best.